Congrats, Nebraska. You got what you voted for. Hey guys, back again, Spin Cycle. If you like what we're doing here, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, get a membership if you want to help the channel. Anyway, breaking, Tyson Foods will close, this is Reddit by the way, will close a major beef plant in Lexington, Nebraska with about 3,200 employees in January after U.S. cattle supplies dropped to their lowest level in nearly 75 years. The meat packer said today. Tyson is the largest meat supplier in the nation, and this is one of the largest beef processing plants in the nation. They've claimed they lost more than $425 million on beef this year despite record highs. So just more winning in the country, especially the red states that voted for Trump. They're really getting hit hard by his policies. Trump is a disaster. The economy is just a disaster right now. There's a lot of coping in MAGA, talking about how the economy is great and everything. The economy is not great. The cheapest brand new car right now, I don't know if you guys have seen this in the news, the cheapest brand new car right now is $50,000. I remember when a brand new car was $20,000. Does anybody else remember that? $20,000. I mean, yeah, I'm in my 50s, but still, $50,000. That's a year's salary for me. What about you guys? Suddenly exposed. Yeah, I read this earlier. Doge employees fear prosecution after Musk abandoned them. So Doge employees, I'm not going to read the whole thing now. They're worried about being prosecuted now because Musk is not, he's whatever he's doing is robots, Tesla, getting his $1 trillion paycheck from Tesla. But he kind of abandoned those Doge kids that he hired to fuck up everything in the government and go in the GSA and steal people's social security numbers and everything. And now some of the politicians and the watchdogs are coming after the Doge kids who are not going to get a pardon from Trump, or maybe they will get a pardon from Trump. But they're basically unprotected now, and they deserve it. They came in and they started messing around with the computers, stealing databases. You have to know that when you're going to do something like that, you have to know that there's going to be elections have consequences. Trump got in, he hired Musk, because he owed Musk $250 million in favors. And, Musk saved a couple $1 billion. He said $2 trillion. It was like $100 billion, or I don't even think it was that much. And it's not really even saved because they had to hire back a bunch of the federal workers. They had to pay all those federal workers for 8 months or 7 months for not working and then hire a bunch of them back. So I bet when it all comes out in the wash, they lost money on that. So anyway, the reason I'm on Reddit, Wall Street Bets, the reason I'm on Reddit because I was reading some interesting comments in the inflation Reddit. Let's go there. Actually, let's stay on the leopards eating the face Reddit for a minute. And I don't know if you guys are on Reddit, but if you go on conservative Reddit, they're just crazy delusional there. Bitcoin's lost a ton. Don't worry, Mom, I'll contact the CEO. This is why we don't love you. Let's go to the leopards eating my face Reddit, which could be quite amusing with the Trump regret. So Chandler Perry, well, since SNAP benefits are going to be paused, that affects my mom's ability to get Thanksgiving items for Thanksgiving dinner. Does anyone know where we could get a turkey? Thanks a lot, you scumbag Democrats. That's hilarious. Elise M. Benjamin replies, Republicans control the House, Senate, and White House. Democrats are trying to keep your health insurance from skyrocketing in price. Undocumented immigrants do not get free health care. Speaker Mike Johnson shut down the government to avoid swearing in the final signature needed to release the Epstein files. I hope you can scrounge up some money to have Thanksgiving. Vote better next time. Yeah, vote better. Do some research. Wait, you're a Republican whose family relies on SNAP? You voted for this. Republicans don't even want SNAP to be a thing. Republicans don't even want SNAP to be a thing. Thought your party, I guess they only screenshotted part of that, so we can't read the whole thing. Suddenly exposed Doge employees, right? Read that. The Federalist Society is torn between its legal philosophy and Trump's demands. Okay. Marge suddenly realized that Trump supporters are crazy about. I am now being contacted by private security firms with warnings for my safety as a hotbed of threats against me are being fueled and egged on by the most powerful man in the world. The man I supported and helped get elected. Aggressive rhetoric attacking me has historically led to death threats and multiple convictions of men who were radicalized by the same type of rhetoric being directed at me now, this time by the President of the United States. A little of our own medicine, I would say. As a woman, I take threats from men seriously, especially from the President of the United States. Laura Luma, why did Zelensky receive a harsher welcome at the White House than Mamdani, I always say that wrong. Yeah, did you guys see the White House thing with Mamdani? They were like, they were like bros. It was really loving between Trump and Mamdani. And I don't blame Mamdani, he's got to work it. And it's just that Trump is so easy to, you just rub him the right way. You flatter him a little bit. You tell him his hair is nice or whatever Mamdani did. And, and all of a sudden Trump loves Mamdani. Yet last week he was a jihadist. He was going to destroy New York. Now, he's going to do a good job in New York. Interesting. If socialists are doing a good job, then I guess nobody needs to vote them out during the midterms. If you're a Republican, why not just stay home in 2026 and 2028 since Mamdani's policies are amazing? Loomer, that's your boy Trump, so, I'm confused. No need to oppose the left, I guess. I guess socialism is comfortable now. No need to vote for the GOP in 2026 is the message I'm getting from No need to vote for the GOP in 2026 is the message I'm getting from that. Yeah, no need to vote for the GOP because they fuck everything up. Every GOP presidency since Carter has done worse for the economy. Look it up, people. Look it up, especially you MAGAs who watch my channel and hate watch my channel. No longer winning. Yeah, that's the truth. Posted in mom group, last sentence says it all. I'm so anxious about this whole shutdown. My husband's a veteran using his GI Bill for school, which that's affected, and we get good stamps, I think she meant food stamps, since I'm disabled and he's in school. We have 2 kids. It's so many Republicans get food stamps. Why did they vote for Republicans to cut food stamps? We have 2 kids. One is 2, and we're waiting to get her tested for autism. She's a picky eater. I've tried other foods, but in the end, I give up because I don't want any more screaming. My 6-month-old is starting purees. Yes, we get WIC, but still. WIC is food stamps. I don't know how we're going to pay rent, let alone our other bills, and get food. I do cook everything from scratch, and I've been adding rice, beans, and noodles. Gotta love me some rice and beans, right? I grew up poor, man. Rice and beans was a staple food, and I loved it. I'm just at my wit's end, and I'm overwhelmed. Plus, we're almost out of formula. He asked his mother to buy a can until our WIC comes in. Her response was, "We voted for this." It's just hilarious. Of course, Trump is going to appease Putin. Trump's latest peace proposal. No fucking way. I'm disgusted by President Trump's latest peace proposal. This is our conservative Massachusetts. I am disgusted by President Trump's latest peace proposal that concedes Ukraine territory to Russia. The only thing Russia deserves is a multi-billion-dollar bill to rebuild Ukraine. Russia needs to be forced the fuck out of Ukraine, period. And yes, I support using the U.S. military to do it. Edit. To all those who disagree by claiming that this isn't our issue, if Putin is appeased again, we are only inviting more of this aggression. He needs to be stopped, and we're the only ones who can do it. Yeah, I agree. I don't really want to send our troops over there, though. I don't think that's a great idea. Laura Luma. Again, I'm going to say it, the GOP has a Nazi problem, and the more we pretend like we don't, the worse it's going to get. We do, don't tell me we don't. I'm going to head over to the inflation Reddit because it's hilarious, so stand by. If you guys are on Reddit, you should follow this inflation Reddit. It's pretty good. Here we go. Toast menu. All toast $16.99. Add egg $2.50. $16.99 for toast. I don't know where this is, but avocado toast. Of course, avocados are through the roof now. That's a millennial food, I hear. So where is that freshman? It doesn't really say where it is, but looking to save, meet the computer. No, that's Governor Gavin Newsom taunts Dozy Don by taking credit for rolled back tariffs. Wow, following my historic Brazil trip, Dozy Don has finally caved and cut tariffs. Beef and coffee are now cheaper nationwide. You are welcome. It is sad it took Don this long to figure out what I, Gavin, lower the prices, Newsom knew all along. No more tariffs, taxes. No more tariffs, taxes for the American people. Stop the tax, stop the scam. You're welcome, America. GCN, Gavin, whatever his middle name is, Newsom. The hell. Inflation or just greed? It's pretty crazy how a 12-pack of Coca-Cola went from $3.99 to $10.99 in just a couple years. And the worst part is that all these companies are lying about it being inflation. It's straight up price gouging. I think it's a little of both now with the tariffs. The poll shows everything. Economic conditions. Positive, 25%. Personally, 40%. Positive, the nation, 25%. Positive for personally, people feel positive. 40% of the people feel positive. Negative, 76% feel the nation is going in a negative direction. 60% feel that their personal finances are going in a negative direction. That is not good. J.D. Vance has repeatedly attacked Canada for having a stagnant economy due to diversity and wokeism. However, top 1% of Americans make 20.7% of all income, while top 1% of Canadians only make 9.5% of all income. Which economy works best for most people in the country? Duh. Canada, obviously. And they have free health care. And it's bullshit. They don't wait in lines. I've been to Canada. I worked in Canada. You go to the hospital. Of course, if you're American, like I was, I had to pay. I had this staph infection when I was there. And just to walk in the hospital is $250. But if you're Canadian, you just walk in there, it's free. And yeah, there was no line. I was in Hamilton, if anybody knows that area in Ontario. Fox Business, remember, if you want to do another protein like beef, it's about 5 times the price it was last year. Turkey is probably your best bet. Just stick to the one. Trump's America sucks. Yeah, so Fox is out there making shows about alternatives foods because nobody could afford beef or even turkey or anything. I mean, I don't know, a turkey's probably $50 or $60 this year. Used to be $20 a couple years ago to buy a turkey. McDonald's price increases from 2019 to 2024. Medium French fry from 2019, $1.79. 2024, $4.19. $4.19 for a medium French fry. Almost $5. A McChicken, $1.29 in 2019, $3.89. What's that? 200% markup in 5 years. Big Mac, $3.99, $7.49. I mean, I don't eat McDonald's because I don't want to look like Donnie Cankles, but $7.49 for a Big Mac. That is insane. 10 McNuggets, $4.49 in 2019, $7.58 for 10 McNuggets. Shit processed chicken. Excuse me. Cheeseburger, $1 to $3.15. $3.15, those cheeseburgers that are like this big and flat and greasy. Oh my God. I used to love those when I was a kid though. Some of this is over a 200% increase in price. This isn't inflation, it's legalized robbery. And it's inflation. I mean, you got tariffs and price gouging and corporate rule in America, no checks on corporations. Democratic socialism. Socialism, the definition of socialism is the workers own the means of production. So if you work in a factory, instead of some oligarch like Donald Trump owning it or Elon Musk, each worker owns a little piece of it. That's the road to salvation for America. Anyway, guys, this video is getting a little long, I think. 15 minutes, not too bad. But this video is getting a little long. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, share this with a friend, comment. Please comment, even if you hate watching a MAGA. I get so many MAGAs commenting on here, but comment and get a membership if you want to help out the channel. Thanks for watching The Spin Cycle. If you like what we do here, come back again next time.